Hello, Fight Insight fans, viewers, and listeners. Look who I have with me. It's UFC fighter, Mr. Bryan BamBam Barberena. What's up, my friend?
What's up? How's it going? Good.
So,
hey, quick question. Does this count as like an episode?
An appearance? Yeah, this counts as an appearance. Yeah.
Boom. So that was the guy who was trying to beat my record. We're just stacking it on now.
Matt Padilla, suck it.
You better start getting on the podcast more.
Yeah, okay, so Matt Padilla out of California. Yeah, he's going to be very upset with your guest co-hosting, Bam Bam. This counts, my friend. This counts. You might be up to double digits. You might be up to double digits here on the podcast.
I think I am.
I think so.
Count these, for sure.
Of course we count it. Every time your face even shows up on screen, it counts. Now, guys, we have a guest coming later in the show. He's going to come in the second half of the show. But me and Bam Bam, we're going to break down UFC 300. We're going to give our thoughts on the different fights. We're going to pick some winners. We're going to see what's up. So, Bam Bam, anything you want to say to the fans before I hit the intro music?
Yes. Everybody, we need to start a petition for Timmy B to grow his mustache out.
Oh, damn. Well, I'm going to look like you one day. I'm going to take all the Bam Bam.
There it is. He needs to start. That thing looks like it's ready to just come out. It needs to be there.
Once I hit puberty, it's gangbuster. Here is my intro song sung by Mr. Bam Bam Barberena.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Fight Insight Podcast. Let's talk.
Ooh.
Fresh. Forgot how good that was.
Yeah, that's one of the best, baby. Bryan Bam Bam Barberena. So people are gonna say like, "Hey, Bam Bam's on. We want to hear about Bam Bam." You told me before, though, we're gonna get some news from you, but it's gonna be on your Instagram. Is that where you're gonna release some news?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, I'm just kind of taking some time, getting the body checked out a little bit, and enjoying some time with the family. So, yeah.
Beautiful.
News to come.
News to come. Go follow him at Bryan_Barberena. How do I pronounce your name? I've known you now for 4 years, friend. And I swear, I feel like I always say it wrong. I always say Barberena, but it's Barberena?
Barberena, yeah.
Wait, what? We've done this before. Say it again?
Barberena?
Okay, I don't know. I can't get it.
You said no.
Barberena. No, that's wrong.
Barberena.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hey, because Ringside Rain is an announcer. Do announcers come and ask you how to specifically say it, or do they just go with it?
Some do. Yeah, I've had them come and ask me. Yeah.
Okay. Because most times they do. Like, I'm going to be going out. Big plug here, Bam Bam. I'm going to be going back out to Nova Scotia this weekend. I'm going out to Lantz, Nova Scotia for Fight League Atlantic 14 and Submission Kumite 6. It's an all BJJ event on April 12th, the Friday night. And then April 13th is the MMA card, who one of their fighters is going to be here afterwards on this show. I'm commentating both nights. But it's really hard, man. I've had to write to people and go, how do I say your name exactly, like phonetically, or can you send me a voicemail? Because I don't want to mess up their name.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had like a guy ask me and then he writes it, not how it's spelled, just how he can remember how to say it.
Right. Yeah. So. I've done that before too, and then I still mess it up. So
yeah. I've been called a lot of people mess my name up. So
yeah. I mean, just go Bam Bam and then you're safe. So
yeah, there you go.
All right. Well, let me get to Friends of the Podcast before we move on with the show. We normally do this after the guest, but Friends of the Podcast update was a very successful weekend for Friends of the Podcast, Bam Bam.
Nice.
All fighting in the PFL, so nobody was watching it, but Jenna Bishop, first round submission, first round armbar. She gets 6 points in the PFL season on her way to 1 million. So congratulations to Jenna Bishop. Liz Carmouche, Gorilla Carmouche, of course, the very first female to ever set foot in the UFC octagon. She gets a decision victory in her first round of the season, so she gets some points there. And then Daniel the Predator James, he's a big boy, big heavyweight, Bam Bam. first round knockout on an opponent that they changed up on him like 3 days prior to the event, or maybe even less, but he gets a first round knockout. He gets 6 points. Bam Bam, I know 2 people now that are very close to getting $1 million. I'm going to be
calling
rich.
That favor, huh?
Calling the favor. I'm going to get a rich by association. I don't know how it works, but congratulations to those guys, man. I am so proud of them. They are all
congratulations. That's awesome.
Congrats. What else? Like I said, I'm going to be at Fight League Atlantic. Please, God, please go to fightleagueatlantic.com and go check out the pay-per-views on the Friday and the Saturday. Go support local business. Go support me. Go support the local fighters by purchasing the pay-per-view and checking out some of like Canada's greatest athletes and athletes from around the world as well. There's some flying in as well. But, go support.
You guys will get to hear Timmy B commentate. Can't miss it. Let's go.
Woohoo! Great going. What a shot. Yeah. It should be an amazing night though, man. Bam Bam. We just did the live draw of the brackets for the BJJ. There's a 16-man tournament and an 8-woman tournament. It's so exciting, dude, to do like a live draw and see who's going to fight who.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then to look at the brackets and to see where it goes. So it's an awesome night, man, because you got to fight 3, you got to compete 3 times, 4 times, and you're doing BJJ in a cage, which is so freaking cool, right?
All right. Yeah, so that's definitely different.
There's no stupid resets, when you go out of bounds and they go stand up and then they move.
Well, even like takedowns now are that changes a lot for takedowns and stuff.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Get ups. Yeah.
Exactly. Wall walking, all that spiel, man. And because I was talking to some of the competitors and they're saying, I've been working all my wall get ups and working against the wall and working my takedowns.
Yeah.
Totally different game, man. So it's really good.
Awesome.
Maybe one day you will get out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like to
do whatever the hell I don't know, commentate
side by side commentation.
What?
Did we just do that at the same time?
So there's all that stuff. There's all that stuff going on. We've got Up Next Fighting was a fantastic event with Ringside Rain. We've already talked about that. Yeah, I think that's good for friends of the podcast. Up next week on the podcast, we have a very cool guest, Bam Bam. I don't know if you know this person.
Female podcast.
Female boxer. Okay. She always wears red glasses. Her name is Heather the Heat Hardy. She's a blonde girl from New York. Very famous boxer. She's also competed for Bellator twice. Heather the Heat Hardy is going to come on the podcast. She's fighting bare knuckle at BKFC for the very first time against the champion Christine Faria later on in May, I think it is. But she will be on the podcast next week. So freaking excited, Bam Bam. She's like an icon.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's huge guest.
With the name, it goes perfect.
Yeah. Heather the Heat Hardy. Yeah, so people will know who she is, Bam Bam. People know who she is. All right. Let's talk about one quick thing first before we get to UFC 300. But John Jones, is he going to jail or what?
I don't know. For once I actually seen something on this, on a question you've asked me.
All right, good. That's a start.
I saw the stuff that the lady said or whatever about filing the report and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it was like, what? Was it a couple days or like a week later she filed it?
Yes. It took her a while. Yeah.
Yeah, seems strange.
Okay.
But I saw the video that I think Jones posted or whatever of walking them out.
Yeah. I'm just putting this on the screen. Keep talking.
Okay. I was like, am I supposed to read this?
No.
Yeah. So, I seen the video. I mean, it didn't look aggressive from the little video clip.
Okay.
Maybe. And it says like, why would he take her phone? Was she like filming people or something like that? I saw that he had said something about like HIPAA violation or something.
Yeah.
And like he came out and said like, yeah, I got pissed or whatever.
Yeah.
I think there's some of the story that's not there, some of the story that is, I guess, on both sides maybe. Yeah. But from like the get-go, I thought it was just a girl at first, and then he was like, the 2 people that came, so I was like, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Seems weird.
Dude, here's the thing. How many times have I been accused of like robbing a bank or, selling drugs or whatever? You know what I mean? Where
You're
there's
going
smoke,
on a lot now, man. It's been a lot of times.
where there's smoke, there's fire. You know what I mean? This guy gets into way too much trouble on the regular for this to be a thing. Like, we're now to expect that these two DFSI agents that are collecting his pee suddenly like are just going to try to set this guy up for something. I don't know, man. And then what's so funny is, and I put up some of the tweets on the screen before, but in the first tweet that he says, what did he say? The first time he goes, I was actually celebrating a friend's birthday party at my home, and I believe it's perfectly normal to celebrate in the comfort of my own home. To me,
I think he was talking about like the drinking portion.
Yeah, sure. Oh, drinking would be the least problematic, but it sounds like
he was like intoxicated or whatever. I think that's what she said.
Yeah. Whenever you say that word, you have to say it like George St. Pierre, intoxicated, right?
I'm not impressed with your performance.
Not impressed with your performance. But so it sounds like there's some sort of intoxication going on. And then what's so funny is then the next tweet that he says, he goes, I was taking a nap. Like he goes, they came in, I was recently visited by testers while I was celebrating a birthday and taking a nap. I mean, that's the worst birthday celebration ever if you're taking a nap.
It was hopping, huh? That birthday party popping off.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, even that is like weird because now his story's already changing within 24 hours on his tweets. There's something weird, man. Like, but this dude, all I know, Tom Aspinall, undisputed heavyweight champion. This guy's, John Jones is never freaking coming back. Again, this is going to take forever because now he's going to have this problem. You can't piss off DFSI agents while they're collecting your PP because now they got to come back.
Yeah,
like
they keep coming back.
Who's going to take that job? Anyways, okay. We will see what happens with that. Obviously, that news is like going all crazy, but I would recommend that people go out and read the news. Don't just read highlights, like read the whole articles or watch the videos like you did, because there's a lot of stuff going on.
Both sides.
There's stuff going on, but I mean, good God. It does not look good, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to UFC 300. Let's see what we got here for UFC 300. We'll go quickly through all the fights. Are you excited for this card, Bam Bam? You're a fighter.
I hope you have a picture because I don't remember all the fights.
No, I will tell you the fights, obviously.
Okay.
I mean, here's the thing. These are all named people. So, I mean, unlike other cards we've talked about where you're like, I don't know that. I don't know who that is. These people you know. But are you excited for the card? Are you excited for it?
I am. Yeah, I think it's going to be... Yeah, it's going to be a good card. I mean, from top to bottom, it's a great card. It's guys who have names well known,
right?
Like I said, from top to bottom. So I guess like that last card, was it $299? Was that the O'Malley one?
Yeah.
I thought that one was really stacked, especially main card,
Yeah.
Especially main card. But even the prelims were pretty stacked.
Yeah, that was a great card.
So I think this one's, obviously has more, 2 title fights, the BMF, and then it has a lot of like studs on there, well-known people. So I'm excited for it. Should be a lot of good fights.
All right. Well, let's kick it off. Kicking off the early prelims. This is how crazy this is. Kicking off the early prelims, Jim Miller versus one of my favorites of all time, Bobby King Green. Holy shit, what a fight, Bam Bam.
Wait a minute. I'm confused. Are we starting from like the first fight?
Yeah, we're starting from the early prelims.
I thought the very first fight was Garbrandt. Did they change
Hold on. You are correct, sir. Cody Garbrandt versus Davison Figueiredo. That's a crazy fight, too. Someone's getting knocked out. Cody Garbrandt, Davison Figueiredo, Bam Bam, who do you pick?
I would have picked Figueiredo right off the bat, but Garbrandt looked a lot better and like sharper his last fight. I thought he did. He looked a lot better. And I think Figueiredo is going up.
Yep.
A weight class. So I'm gonna lean on Garbrandt.
Garbrandt?
Yeah.
All right. I am going with Figgy. I think Cody is great, but I feel like he's, iffy. Yeah. And I think I want to see what Figueiredo can do at the higher weight. I think it'd be very interesting. So I'm going to go with Figgy. Next fight, which is the fight of the night to me, Bobby King Green versus Jim Miller. Bam Bam. Who do you got on this one? And if you do not say Bobby Green, I'm kicking off the podcast forever. Go ahead. Take your pick.
Well, that's okay. You don't have to kick me off because I was going to pick Bobby Green anyway.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, really. I like Jim Miller a lot. I like the kind of guy he is. I like the way he fights. He's a stud and everything. But I think Bobby Green is sharp and he's athletic, and I think he's going to be able to stop like the takedowns and keep it on the feet and be able to play around more and get more comfortable. So
yeah, this is a freaking cool fight, man. Like very, very great fight. Of course, Jim Miller being on 100, 200, now 300 is crazy accomplishment. But to put him up against Bobby Green, I feel like that's huge honors for Bobby Green as well. But I want to see Bobby Green take this in glorious fashion. I want Green to finish this fight. You know what I mean? Put a stamp on this bad boy. Next up, Jessica Andrade versus Marina Rodriguez. This is a strange fight to kind of be on this card here in this spot, but you got former champion Jessica Andrade at strawweight, of course, versus Marina Rodriguez. Bam Bam.
I might need a picture on that one. I don't remember who that is. Sorry.
You know who Jessica Andrade is, though.
I know who Jessica Andrade is, yeah.
Okay. So what do you want to do? Former champ or not former champ? Marina Rodriguez, 17-3. Jessica Andrade, 25-12. God dang, she's fought a lot.
Yeah. Is this like her normal weight class? Not like she's on a
Yep.
Okay.
Normal.
I'm gonna go Andrade.
Yeah, I think so too.
She definitely has like a different kind of power. She has like Amanda Nunes kind of power for her small size, for sure. Yeah. Like you get hit and you're like, okay, that's not like a normal woman hitting me.
like a normal 115-pound woman. Right? Yeah. No, she's great. She's freaking great, man. Jessica Andrade, okay, we will go with her. And then the main event of the early prelims, again, this has fight of the night written all over it. Jalen the Tarantula Turner versus give me my money, Renato Moicano. This is a crazy fight. These two guys are right at the top of their game. Like, this is a crazy fight. This should have been a main event of a fight night, I feel like. This is too good.
Easily could have been, yeah.
Yeah, this one really should have been. Jalen Turner versus Renato Moicano. Bam. 14-7 Jalen versus 18-5 Renato, which is, I mean, again, very close records too.
Yeah,
same experience.
Like Jalen Turner's nasty on the feet.
Yeah,
nasty. And I mean, he mixes it up very well with like elbows, knees. You know, he's long, he's tall. Moicano, you know, he's not a slouch on the feet, but I think for sure in this fight, it's going to be the ground game, the grappling that is going to try to, you know, he's going to try to lean on that to help get this win. But I'm going Jalen Turner. I think he's going to, you know, going to be a little harder to take down because he's longer, and taller, and so he's going to have like be able to keep his feet, get a base, you know, be able to, like, if he stumbles back or whatever, he's going to be able to catch himself, kind of thing, get back up. And I think on the feet, he's going to hurt. He's going to hurt the money man.
That's crazy, dude. I'm going for Renato Moicano for exactly the reason you said, which I think like he's going to have the edge on the ground, and I feel at some point it's going to get to the ground. And I feel like at that point, but I mean, good God, that is a great fight. I mean, I'm not betting on that fight. I'll tell you that, because that is too tough to pick. But I'm going to go with.
Writing these down.
I am. I'm writing it down on my official
picks, ignore picks. Oh, good.
Yeah. Of course, yeah. You've got them all wrong so far. Okay. Let's go to the prelim card. Let me make sure here. The prelim card. Last week's guest on the podcast, Bam Bam, Super Sadiq Youssef, is fighting Mr. Hair, Diego Lopez.
Ooh.
That is a crazy fight
That is a crazy fight.
Of course, friend of the podcast, I'm going with Sadiq Youssef. I think this kid has like everything to become a champion. I really like him. His personality is great. Have you ever met him?
I have not. No.
But
I did see he was in that. He was played a part in that movie.
Yeah, he was in Iwaju. Yeah,
that's super cool.
Yeah, very, very cool dude, man. Okay, so I'm going with Sadiq. Who do you like? Do you like him or the hairdo?
I like both of them, but I have been really impressed. What is his last name? Lima?
Yeah, Diego Lopez.
Lima?
Diego Lopez.
Lopez. Been super impressed with him lately. He's super exciting to watch from the moment he got into the UFC. I'm gonna go with him.
Yeah,
I don't know what the odds are or anything like that, but I'm gonna go with him.
All right. I feel like Fight and Sight alumni are supposed to stick together, but that's cool. You do you. Next fight is another crazy one. We've got Holly Holm versus Kayla Harrison. Bam Bam. If Kayla Harrison chops off a leg, she might make weight. And then she's going to be hopping around the cage against Holly Holm. Who do you pick?
Man, I don't know. I feel like, Holly's always fought the best. She's fought everybody.
Yeah.
I just feel like she hasn't been performing like she did before, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know much about Kayla. Kayla, obviously, she wants to get into the ground.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I'll go with Holly Holm. I'm sure it's gonna be like do you know who the favorite is?
No, I don't know. I'm gonna go. That's fine. Go with Holly because she's gonna go kia kia, and she's gonna throw her kicks and keep her away, and she's gonna try to do that for 15 glorious minutes. But I'm gonna bet on Kayla Harrison because I think the UFC is going to be poisoning Holly Holm's water. I think they're gonna turn her air conditioning off. I think they're gonna do everything they can to mess up Holly Holm because they want Kayla Harrison to win. That's if she makes weight.
Yeah.
Which I do not think she's going to make weight, by the way. That would be my bet. I would bet that. Bam Bam, before we move on with the rest of the fights, I'm going to bring in my next guest because he's here now. And this dude is a freaking killer. So we might as well meet him. And then he can help pick fights with us for the rest of the show.
Yeah. All right. I like that.
While we meet him. So let me do my intro here because I wrote something nice for him, or as good as I could. All right. You are going to cheer when he comes in. Got it?
All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't seem too excited, but get excited when we go here. Our guest.
I'm waiting for the exciting part.
Oh, okay. Well, the exciting part here. Our guest today can next be seen fighting this Saturday in Lantz, Nova Scotia, at the East Hants Sportsplex at Fight League Atlantic 14. That's FLA 14 for Fight League Atlantic. Go get your tickets or buy the pay-per-view at fightleagueatlantic.com. He's a young professional that brings his perfect professional record of 2-0 and a 100% finishing rate into the cage in a featherweight bout that will be a barn burner for sure. He has one of the most imposing walkouts and is absolutely devastating in the cage. Bam, I've seen him before. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, please welcome the Mummy, Abdel Abdelaziz.
Oh, let's go!
What's up, guys? Thank you for that introduction.
What's up? How's it going, Abdel?
Not too much. Just getting into fight week, getting into the into the zone for the fight and everything. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, buddy. I really appreciate you taking the time to come too, because this is fight week, so I know it's a little bit of a stressful time. You're wearing your Tower 1 shirt. Bam, that's his team out there, Tower 1. It's a great gym out there. In
awesome.
Where's that gym located exactly?
We're on Dartmouth on Main Street, Dartmouth, Nova Scotia.
Very, very nice.
Awesome.
And of course, Mr. Bryan BamBam Barberena from UFC fame.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Big fan.
How's it going, man? Great to talk with you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I feel very weak with my no beard now.
I was about to say I'm feeling a little outmatched right now, but what can I
do? Yeah.
You're good. You got a solid beard there. You got to respect that. For sure.
Are you able to turn your camera sideways?
Yeah, for sure.
To fill the screen? We can see if it fills it up there, and then boom, there we go. Thank you, sir.
There you go.
All right,
beard looks even better now.
Got to get the right angle.
Should we compare beard conditioning treatment, or what's the topic here, Ben?
I think. Well, don't you think Timmy B needs to grow out his mustache? It's kind of coming in already.
You need something, yeah. Like you're.
Yeah.
It's not. There's not enough going on right now.
Damn you both!
Hey, you can make it happen.
Yeah. These Asian genes won't grow anything, man. I might be able to grow like one long beard hair. That's about the best I can do. Abdel, before we get on to talk about everything, do you mind if we keep going with our picks for UFC 300?
Of course, yeah. Go ahead.
All right, we're at well, we just finished the Kayla Harrison and Holly Holm fight, so let's go to our next one. I didn't even know this was a fight on the card. Aljamain Sterling versus Calvin Kattar, 23-4 Aljo versus Kattar, who's 23-7.
Okay,
Bam Bam, I'll bring it to you first. Who do you pick?
I'm gonna go with Cater.
Okay.
Yeah. Kattar, Cater, however you say it.
Anything exciting? Any good reason?
I think they're both good grapplers. I think Cater is a little bit better on the feet. Aljo's going up a weight class. I think with that comes its own challenges as well. I'm sure he's grappled with big guys before, but that's a little different when you're in there. So I'd Cater.
Okay. Abdel, who do you got?
Man, I haven't given it much thought, but it's a big unknown here with Aljo going up in weight class. From what people say, his grappling is next level. So I'm very interested to see how much the size difference comes into it. But Calvin is definitely a big featherweight, and he's got like really good reach and really good boxing. I feel like there's a good chance he'll be able to keep Aljo away and win it. But I feel like Aljo might, if he gets close enough and manages to turn it into a grappling fight, he's got a pretty good chance.
Crazy. So you're going Kattar too?
No, I'm gonna go with Aljo. I gotta go with the grappler here.
Oh, very nice. Bam, I'm going with Aljo as well. Aljo is crazy ripped and huge. Like he's a big guy. I don't know how he makes it to bantamweight previously. I don't know how he makes it. So I mean, I feel like featherweight probably is a better weight class for him anyways. I think he's going to be massive. And I think he's going to try to ragdoll Kattar around. So I'm going to go with Aljo. Next fight, main fight on the prelim card is Alexander Rakic versus Jiri Prochazka.
Okay.
Abdel, Prochazka or Rakic?
Me first?
Yeah.
Okay. You gotta go Prochazka. He's the former champ. His only loss was the last one against Pereira, which is can't fault anybody for that one. So Rakic is really good, and the videos and his posts recently, he looks really good. The videos on the pads and stuff like that. But I guess you can't put too much weight onto that. But I would probably go with Prochazka.
Sure. I'm going to go with Jiri too. Bam Bam, who do you got?
I'm with you guys.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a good one, though. Back a little fun exchanges on the feet for sure. But, I go with Jiri.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Now we start off the main card and one of the possibly strangest fights to kick off UFC 300 is former friend and guest of the podcast, Cody Brundage. He's taking on Bo Nickel. Bo Nickel, 5-0, and now gets the opening spot on UFC 300, which is crazy. Cody Brundage is 10-5, just came off of that slam KO that he got. So, obviously, Fight Insight alumni, I'm betting on this dude. So, Cody Brundage, I'm thinking that he's going to, make the upset happen. I think I'm praying that happens because he's my friend now. Abdel, who do you got?
I mean, what can you say, really? I don't know what the odds are, but I'm pretty sure they're something pretty crazy for Bo Nickel. So what can you say really on this one? You gotta go with Bo Nickel. Even though I honestly, you never know. As everybody says, anything can happen. So, but hard to go against the odds on this one.
The hype train. Bam Bam, you got Bo as well.
I got Bo. Yeah.
You son of guns, both of you guys. disrespecting your fellow Fight Insight alumni. All right, next fight, Armin Tsarukyan versus Charles Oliveira. That's a great fight too. God dang. But Charles Oliveira, 34-9. Can you imagine? Like, he's had 43 fights against Armin Tsarukyan, who also is 21-3. So both these guys are well vetted. Yeah. But I'm going to go first. I'm going to say Armin Tsarukyan, only because how long can Charles be so amazing and beat everybody, right? So you got to bet against him at some point. So this is the time I'm going to say. So I'm going to go with Armin. Bam, who do you got?
I'm going to go with Oliveira.
Oliveira? All right. Just so that we
still got the heat on him. And then, honestly, I know who the guy is, but I can't really remember many of his fights off the top of my head right now.
Tsarukyan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who did he fight last?
Huh?
Yeah, I just can't remember. It's nothing, no disrespect about him or anything. Like, I know he's very skilled. I know that about him and stuff like that, and he's done very well. Right now I can't. But I think Oliveira's good. He's got great finishing rate, you know.
Yeah. But that's the thing though, right? Like, some of these guys that like come up the ranks, like next thing you know, they're like right at the top of the rankings, and you're like, wait, who is that guy again? Like, you don't like, if you don't have like a certain look, if you don't look like Abdel, right? Abdel's got like a good look. Bam, when Abdel comes to the cage, the music that plays is freaking hauntingly cool, man. It's like, I don't know what it is. It sounds like the soundtrack from The Mummy. Like, it's a very like, what is it, Abdel? What's the song?
It's called Hoist the Colors. It's a cover done by a guy named Cole McGinnis. It's definitely got like an eerie sound to it. Yeah,
it's
Hoist the Colors.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna look it up after this for sure.
Don't play it around the kids. You're gonna scare the kids. and then Abdel walks out. You're carrying the Egyptian flag, right? And you're so calm. It's like watching like the Undertaker walk to the cage. Like, dude, it's Abdel. You need to tell Fight League Atlantic that they need to black out the lights when you come out. You know what I mean? Like, you need the professional blackout with the spotlight on you. With that music, it's perfection. I love it, man. I love it.
Maybe I might bring that up to them. Honestly, the level of production they have is pretty impressive. So I don't know if they'll be open to any suggestions, but I feel like that would help with the with the mood of the walkout.
No, it's crazy, man. But like, but this is my thing though, right? Like, Abdel's got the look, he's got the style, he's got the charisma, right? So people remember him, like they remember Abdel. But anyways, so that's why it's hard for me to remember Tsarukyan as well. But Abdel, who do you got? Tsarukyan or Oliveira?
Well, this is like just my initial thought. I was just talking about someone about this yesterday. What's it called? I feel like stylistically it's tough for Oliveira because we've seen how good Tsarukyan's grappling is. I think his last fight was Beneil, right? He knocked Beneil out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm not 100% sure about this. He might have lost another fight, but I feel like his only loss has been to Makhachev so far. I might be wrong on that, but his grappling is like next level, and it's not. I feel like it's not just like the kind of grappling where it's just pure wrestling. Like, he's got like really good. Like, he had the craziest fight with Gamrot, so his submission awareness is really good. I feel like with Oliveira's tendency to sometimes give up top position, he might like give away the fight a little bit in that sense where. He won't be able to catch Tsarukyan because of his submission awareness and defense, and but on the feet I'm not too sure. Like, Oliveira's like got crazy power that surprises people. So, but if I have to bet, I would probably go with Tsarukyan.
All right, Tsarukyan gets you. Bam. This is like, a young professional. Listen to that breakdown. This guy's like got it going down, man. You gotta up your game. You gotta up your game. Okay, this next one, I asked the fans, I said, what fight are you looking forward to at UFC 300? 99% of the vote was this fight, which is the BMF title, Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway. That's all people said. That's all people wanted was this fight. I don't think they give a crap about the title. They want blood. Just bleed. They just want to see this, and I am very worried. I'm just going to put this out there now. I think Justin Gaethje gets it done, and I think like Max could die. Like, Justin Gaethje is so dangerous and disgusting. My wife will not watch his fights. Like, there's only a few people she will not watch, and Justin Gaethje is one. She's like, no, he's too gross, damages people so badly. I'm going with Justin Gaethje. Abdel, who do you got?
This is just more, kind of like just not my brain picking, my heart picking. I'm gonna go with Holloway.
There you
go. Even though, a lot of people were confused by this announcement when they announced it, and it's like, and I get why. Like, Max going up in weight and fighting Gaethje out of all people is just, it's definitely concerning. But I'm gonna go with Holloway.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, and that's the thing, man. People are picking with their heart on that one big time. I mean, of course, Max has the skill and all that, but it's the heart, right? Like, people just love Max and they're picking him. I mean, I hope that people go out in droves and bet on Max, because I need the odds on Gaethje to be good for me to make a good living here. Bam, who do you got?
Honestly, I like both guys a lot. I'm a big Max fan for sure. Like, always rooting for him. I trained with him a little bit before and met him, and that kind of stuff. So, super good dude, super awesome. His whole team is very, very great people. So it's hard not to go for Max, but I mean, my heart wants Max, but right off the bat, I'm like, okay, Gaethje. But I can see how Max wins. He's definitely, he's tall, he's long. He can stay on the outside. He's got great boxing, head movement. Gaethje, he mixes it up with his hands and his leg kicks, obviously, but he's going to have to reach Max for sure. He's going to have to get to Max. Yeah, and Max is really elusive. So I think the leg kicks are going to play a big part in it. I'm going Gaethje.
Yeah, Max does have a little bit of skinny legs, right?
Yeah, I don't mean that. I don't make them any less strong or not, but
I don't know. They might snap. I don't know what's going to happen. Co-main event of UFC 300. This is a strange co-main, let's be honest. You got Zhang Weili versus Yan Xiaonan. Bam Bam, I'm going to go with you first. You going with the champ or the challenger?
I'm going to go with the champ.
Champ?
She's a beast.
Yeah.
She's a beast, yeah. And, when her loss, coming back, adjustments she made, improvements, I mean, she's just very skilled everywhere.
Yeah. Abdel, champ?
Yeah, I'm going to have to say the same thing here. It's hard to see anyone beating her, just even give her a challenge. She's just a beast.
Yeah.
The only thing about Yan Xiaonan is she looks exactly like my cousin. Okay, really, she looks a lot like my cousin, but I'm going with Weili as well. So I just don't see Weili losing this. Let's go to the main event again. Also a strange main event, because we all know that this was put together literally in the 24th hour when they had to announce something. You've got Jamal Hill, former champion, versus Alex Pereira. Super crazy fight. Bam Bam, you go first.
Okay. I don't know if you guys are going to be shocked by this, but I think Jamal Hill's going to get it. I think he's going to shock him. I think he's going to be a little, faster on the feet than he's expecting. And he's got big power and he's explosive. So I think he's just going to, I think we've seen Pereira get a little wobbled sometimes, getting caught off guard. And I think he's just going to catch him.
Yeah. Abdel?
Well, we all know that Jamal Hill had the Achilles rupture, and I don't know much about it, but from what I hear, that's a very one of if you're gonna rank injuries, apparently that's a really bad one, and I'm sure he's he wouldn't have taken the fight if he wasn't back 100%. But that's for me, if I'm gonna bet, that's a bit concerning. Yeah. There you go. You never know what goes on behind the scenes, so that's a bit too much of an X factor for me. And Pereira's I think a lot of people are underestimating Jamal Hill for this fight. But at the same time, I feel like Pereira's probably dealt with people with big power before. If Jamal Hill starts really uses the grappling, I feel like we might see a different fight. But he said he's gonna stand with him, so I feel like in that case, I'm gonna go with Pereira.
I mean, you can say all you want, You know what I mean? But, like what happens. And then for the audio listeners, what I was doing while Abdel was talking was I made the money symbol, because I'm saying, like, I don't know. They were so desperate for a main event. I don't know that they didn't just throw money at Jamal Hill to say, hey, can you come back and fight this dude?
Yeah.
This monster, like absolute monster. Can you come back and fight this guy? You know, for 300.
Yeah, we know you're not 100% healed up yet. Like,
but don't worry. Even if you
are
lose,
training, you know, you are back into training.
Yeah, like I am worried about that. I am worried that they're going to throw money at him to do this without really like, and like where they might say, you know, if you lose, don't worry, we're not going to hold this against you. We understand you're helping, you're a company man, blah blah blah. Right?
Yeah.
I really want to say Alex Pereira for all those reasons, but God damn it, he is represented by Sucker Punch Entertainment. He's represented by Bryan Butler, who's a friend of the podcast. Last week we had 2 Sucker Punch Entertainment fighters on the card on the show. Frick, Bam Bam, he's a dad bod. You know what I mean? This guy gets it done. He gets it done in weird ways. I feel like people might underestimate him, and for that reason, I'm going Jamal Hill. So loyalty plus that.
It's hard to be on dad bod. The game.
It really is. Abdel, you know what? Let me say that right now too, because I'm going to be commentating Abdel's fight on Saturday. Fight League Atlantic. Go to fightleagueatlantic.com. It's hard, man. It's hard when I get to know you guys and I get to like meet you guys. It's really hard to not honestly be kind of cheering for one guy more than another. You know what I mean? Abdel, one of the funniest things, Bam Bam, at was it 2 events ago when you fought? 2 events ago when you fought FLA 12. Bam, like literally within 10 minutes of Abdel finishing his fight. First round finish.
Mm-hmm.
It was first round finish, right?
The fight before last, yeah.
Within 10 minutes of him finishing his fight, he's in the crowd wearing like a winter jacket, looking like he's just a fan, walking around chatting with people. You know, like it's so crazy. You're just such a friendly, likable guy. Like all the gyms were talking to you. Like it's such a weird community out in East Coast Canada because you're all striving for the same goal, right? And you've got to like fight one another. But boy, you guys are all like very respectful of one another. It's a very nice scene. Yeah,
no, it's definitely like it's weird. It feels like a big community, but it's like pretty tight knit. So like almost everyone kind of knows everyone. So yeah, and I did like a lot of jiu-jitsu tournaments when I first started training. So you just end up meeting people from all around the provinces here. So, you know, it's hard not to be friendly to everybody.
Yeah. But it's crazy, man. People wrote in questions for you, so I want to get to these as well, of course, for you. Luc de Saint Croix asks, how does it feel to be a gangster?
Luke's training partner. Sure, as you know. Yeah, I don't know how to answer that question. He's the French gangster, so he might have to answer that one for me.
And for you, Abdel, were you born in Nova Scotia? Were you born?
No. I only moved here for university. I was living in Kuwait before I came here, but I was born in Egypt.
Oh, okay. So you were born in Egypt, and is a lot of your family here now, or will they be watching out from Egypt or Kuwait?
They're in Kuwait, yeah, but I have 2 of my siblings here, and then my parents are in Kuwait. So, yeah, it's a stressful thing for family members to come to the events. So I never try to like put pressure on them, but so I'm not sure if my siblings are going to be there, but I'm sure they'll be eagerly waiting for the result.
Yeah, nice, man. And will your parents like watch the pay-per-view?
I don't know. Like I said, both of them get really stressed out.
Okay.
So I think they'll be like waiting, like updating the Instagram page for FLA to see if the result come up. I think they can't even watch it, I think.
Nice. Next question is from Colin Landers. Do you think you're going to let this fight go longer than 2 minutes this time?
I hope not. I'm definitely gonna try not to. Last time I don't remember what the exact time was, but I'm sure Bryan would agree with me. The quicker you can get out of there, the better.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get paid by the hour, Abdel.
Exactly.
Next
get it
question.
done. That's it.
Exactly.
This question, this guy must know you, Colin McMichael. What is the best flavor of rain?
Yeah, this is Colin from. He's a friend from Corner Brook.
Okay.
He teaches at the gym, and he co-owns a gym out there called Anchor BJJ. I've been there a couple of times with Gavin for seminars now, and he's very, very good black belt. Best flavor of rain. I think that's a bit of an inside joke there, so I'm going to tell him orange dreamsicle. I think that's the right answer there.
All right. Any problems dieting with family at home?
My brother's actually a really good cook, so it is kind of a bit of a challenge. I'm not gonna lie, but after a few camps, he's starting to like notice a little bit, and he tries to be careful around me.
Nice. All right, and that was from Abdallah Murzib. Is that your brother?
That's my brother. There you go.
Poor guy can't cook the food he wants with you around.
Hey, at least afterwards you're going to be able to enjoy his good food.
Exactly. But that's the funny thing is he always like a few camps before he would be like cooking this stuff, and then after the fights he's like he doesn't cook anything for a week. So I'm like, are you doing this on purpose or what's going on?
Well, now when he tunes into this, he's going to be like, oh man, I guess I better start cooking.
Yeah, I hope so.
Like this is crazy because you're headed into fight week now. You seem like you're in good spirits. Like you seem pretty happy. Everything went well for you. Fight camp's going well. You're happy. You're laser focused. Yeah,
it's been awesome. Like I said, we were saying earlier, we have such a great gym and such a great level of training. I'm always it's hard not to be confident when we're getting this level of training. And I don't know if you can see, but we have the sauna here, we have a cold tub, so it's not just training. We even have stuff that to do for recovery and stuff like that. And there's we have Normatec and all these recovery tools. So nice. I feel like I'm getting such a high level of preparation that it's I don't even have to worry about it too much. I just know that I'm getting such good preparation that I feel I'm pretty confident.
It's crazy, man. It's good. I'm going to put you on the spot though. If you had to ask Bam Bam something, a veteran of the UFC, a guy who's seen it and done it all, if there's a question you wanted to ask him, what would it be?
Man, I didn't know you were going to be on here. I would have given it some thought if I did, because that's let's see. Well, since we're in fight week, do you have anything that helps you stay in the zone? Because I feel like for me, it's always such a roller coaster of being really nervous and then being relaxed, and you're like, why am I not nervous? And then it's just this whole back and forth. So for fight week, at least, you don't want to, sure you want to stay zoned in, and you don't want to be too nervous, and you don't want to be too relaxed. So is there anything specific that you like to do or think about?
For me, it's just, remembering, relaxing for sure, giving my body the rest that it needs before, throughout whole fight camp or whatever, you get that extra rest, fight week, and then kind of let that body heal. But also remembering why I'm doing it, remembering who I'm doing it for, and the why behind it all, So sitting there in the moment, when I'm relaxing and stuff, is keeping that focus too, is just why I'm doing this and who am I doing it for. And, that kind of helps me rezone in and get focused. So, I do believe the relaxing and the resting is very important, to let the body heal, but the mental focus is, keeping that as well while resting and stuff is very important. So for me, it's just that, and having my family comes, usually the day of the fight. My wife's usually with me fight week. So that helps me a lot, too, is just, having her there. That just helps, me rethink about my family, my kids, my wife, and who I'm going to go, the reason I'm going to go in there and, do my best. So just keep that focus of, your why and what you're doing it for.
Yeah, no, that makes sense, because, I feel like as simple as it is, with everything around it, the simplest thing get really, really blurry. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's just a matter of remembering it under with everything else going around you.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't really, like you said, you've had great preparation. You've been able to recover well and all that. Try not to overthink it, you know. Keep it simple.
Yeah, easier said than done, as I'm sure you know.
Yes.
Stupid Bam Bam. He wanted like some secret UFC secret that you were going to give to him. Well, so Abdel, you know, like, so yeah, this is fight week. You're going in. This is your third professional fight to get your third professional win. Where do you see yourself going? Like, what is the goal here? Obviously, the goal is the bright lights of the UFC. Like, where do you want to take this?
Definitely. I want to take it as far as I can. And like I said, I'm getting such high level preparation. I don't see any reason to aim any lower. So, but I've, thought of this before because, obviously that's like, the main thing everybody thinks about. But at the same time, something that, I started like noticing when I started fighting is like realizing how much there is that goes on behind the scenes, things that you can't control, matchups, injuries, all that stuff. So I do my best to like just focus on the training, focus on the things I can control, but that the aim is the highest level of the sport, which is the UFC, obviously. So
man.
Slowly but surely we'll get there, God willing.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, it's awesome, man. Like, now what about marketing and getting yourself out there? Like, how important is that as a young professional? I will say your Instagram is a little bit quiet. You're a quiet guy.
Yeah.
Obviously you speak volumes in the cage.
Mm-hmm.
But does any part of that, like, I don't know, Bam, like as a young athlete, would you encourage them to be more out there, like market yourself? I'm not saying to start an OnlyFans, but but I mean, but at what point does someone go like, hey man, you got to start marketing yourself. You got to start doing something, right? Is that something that you think about or that you worry about, that like, hey, maybe there's going to be some guy who's not as good as me, but they're going to look at him more because he's got more followers or because he, does some stupid pranks on Instagram,
No, it's definitely something I've thought about. My thing is like, I just don't want to do anything that I wouldn't normally do. Like, I don't want to try and be something I'm not, because I feel like that's just always going to lead, doesn't lead anywhere good. But it's definitely something I've thought about. I've tried here and there, just trying build the habits of just being getting a bit more exposure. But at the same time, I am like a private person, so that's why I don't post a lot. But I have plans to in due time. It's just for now, I just feel like I have so much to focus on. I don't want to be just all surface with nothing behind. So for now, I feel like I really need to build. I want to build my skills as I'm always going to be obviously trying to improve, but I really want to build like a good base before I start worrying about people knowing who I am. I feel like that will come in due time. And I feel like if you start trying to do that, making that your intention, it's going to take away from the more important things. So
I like that.
Yeah, thank you.
Well said. Yeah, and staying true to who you are, that's the most important thing, And man, you keep that 100% finish rate. It's not going to be hard to be noticed. You know what I mean?
There you go. Right there, you go. Yeah,
do that, and you'll get noticed for sure. And from there, like you said, in due time, just improving your skills, and here and there, little posts or whatever, if you can. But like I said, just be true to yourself, and getting finishes is definitely going to speed up people just knowing who you are anyway. So
exactly, and obviously, that's a difficult task of itself in and of itself. So try to put all my focus into that, and maybe after the fight, just try and when I do get the finish, it's a lot easier to market then when compared to now, where no one's still really has any reason to pay attention.
Yeah, man. It's a good thing. I love what you said. I think that your answer is exactly correct. I wouldn't be opposed to you creating Mummy Maniac t-shirts or something. You know what I mean? Get the fans going. But no, man, it is really a tough world we're in, right, Bam? Where you're saying substance over surface, right? but how much of the world is friggin' surface over substance? Like a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a lot of that junk and stuff like that. Like, it's really hard. We were talking about the John Jones incident before you got here, Abdel. I'm sure you've seen it or read about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, it was crazy because when that story started coming out, there's just all these junk MMA pages just reposting stuff without doing any research or anything, but they're just rehashing the same garbage, right? And then even what they would say in their quotes was like slowly getting very diluted and weird. Like, you could tell like these guys had no clue, but they're just posting what they see on another page. And it's like, it's really hard, man. I've been deleting a whole bunch of accounts and just trying to stick to some that I feel like put out quality content or like put some actual thought into their stuff. But it's the same, right, for you. And I appreciate what you're saying. I think like, yeah, you got to be true to yourself. You got to be who you are. But understanding that it is part of the business. And so at some point you kind of have to grow that brand, grow the Abdel Abdelaziz brand and the marketing. What I will say is that Fight League Atlantic does one hell of a job in putting out the posters. I'm going to put the poster here, Bam. This is Abdel's fight upcoming. There he is. Boom. The very nice stylized poster. FLA 14. There you are. Professional 145 fighter fight. And there you are, and there is your opponent. But they put out videos, they put out posters. Like, you've got a lot of stuff that you can look back on as a fighter that you can, you know, share on your Instagram and stuff. And right away, that's like so much content for you. So that's pretty awesome too.
Yeah, I've been pretty lucky looking at my Instagram. Like, without FLA and all the work they do, I wouldn't have had this much exposure. But so yeah, super grateful for them, because I know like, you know, Gavin coming up, he didn't have the same opportunities, and I'm sure for you, Bryan, like, MMA is you know, it's a crazy industry, and you don't always get this level of professionalism. So yeah, I'm definitely pretty spoiled getting to take advantage of the level of production that they have and the promotion that they do. But yeah, like you said, I'm just in the creating demand stage, and soon enough I'll start trying to take more advantage of it.
Yes.
Yeah. No, but I mean, like, dude, like, you're representing yourself extremely well here now. I can say, like, you know, I've interviewed lots of amateur fighters, pro fighters, whatever, but you're very personable on the mic. Like, I had no idea how you'd be in the interview because I've met you a few times, but like, you're a great dude to talk with, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Abdel,
my parents will be happy to hear that for sure.
Yeah, they did a good job raising you, man. Are they happy that you're fighting? I know they said they're nervous, but like, are they happy with this path in life that you've chosen?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it would have been their first choice for me, but they realize that this is something I care about and I'm passionate about, so they're very supportive.
Nice. That's awesome, man. And when you've been saying Gavin out loud, because like Bam might not know, but that's your coach, Gavin Tucker. He's the owner of Tower One Sports, or Tower One Gym, right? Yeah. Out there. So that's him, Bam. Abdel, is there anything that you definitely want to get off your chest or say to the fans, viewers, and listeners, people that might be either meeting you for the first time or fans that are tuning in?
I just hope everybody tunes in. I know we're definitely up against some competition with it being the same night as UFC 300. So if you do watch, just know we really appreciate it. Hope everybody buys tickets. Come watch this fight. Me and Jake Kelly on the card. He's a very good flyweight. It's also his third pro fight, so I'm really looking forward to it. There's another event in Dartmouth. I'm really hoping to get on that one as well. And yeah, just hope everybody comes out and supports. I'm gonna try and I can't promise it's gonna be very long, because like I said, I'm gonna try and make it another short one. So, but I'll try and make it entertaining for as long as it lasts.
Heck yeah.
No, man. Yeah, sometimes his walkout is longer than his fights, man.
That's awesome.
But no, man. Yeah, no. You said it exactly right, though, Abdel. Like, look, we all know that people are going to stream UFC 300. Okay? So you freaking lazy bastards, right? We know that you're going to illegally stream UFC 300. We do not endorse that or anything, but we know you're going to do it. So put down the whatever it costs to purchase the pay-per-view. Is it $40, $50, $30, $40?
I think it's 40, yeah.
It's 40 Canadian, Bam Bam. You could find 40 Canadian like in your couch right now. Okay, that's like 2 nickels and a dime, It's nothing, man. It's nothing to support these local athletes, right? And pay for it. And not only that, what's even worth like quadruple that is posting about it on your socials. You know what I mean? So like post about these fights, post about Fight League Atlantic on your socials. It means so much because for every one new person that we turn into a fan, it helps people like Abdel achieve their dream, man. This dude's going to be in the UFC, and I'm going to be able to say that I knew this guy when. You know?
Exactly. I think you got the right idea. Yeah, that's why everybody should be getting on it early. Yeah, so you can say you did it. You were on it before it was cool.
Yeah. We were a mummy maniac before the mummy maniacs existed.
There you
go. Abdel or Bam, is there anything that you want to ask him before we let him go?
Is there a mummy maniac shirt?
No, it's just the mummy.
The mummy.
Mummy Mania. I like the mummy. I like the Mummy Mania. It makes sense. Like, when you said that, I was like, that does kind of flow. So Gavin's the one that comes up with the designs, and he's the creative one with that stuff. So I'll bring it up to him, see if he can whip something up with that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. No, he's the mummy Abdel Abdelaziz. It's perfect, dude. It's perfect. It's a great name. It's a great name. The song is perfect. I love every aspect about it. I'm going to ask you a question that I ask all my guests. It's a question that my mom used to ask me almost every day growing up. And so I want to ask it to you. This is fight week, so your answer might be a little bit different. But Abdel, on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you?
People always say don't, like, I remember someone said whenever somebody asks you on a scale of 1 to 10, don't say 7, because that's what everybody picks. So so I'm gonna go with 8. I don't know, a lot of people that are like at 10 feel like you're probably on drugs or something if you say 10. And 9 seems a little bit too high for fight week, so I'll go with 8.
Okay. And I love your answer so far. And I ask you to expand a little bit, like what makes you happy, what could get you higher, like where are you at?
Well, honestly, I feel like the what really brings people happiness is just being able to accomplish something, having something to put your effort into. Not to sound like all hippie or anything, but like, having a purpose. And I feel like I have something like that. I have something that I truly enjoy that gives me a lot of satisfaction, that I can pour all my effort into. And, I'm sure like so many people struggle with this, but I've definitely struggled with it before in school and stuff like that. And not feeling you have something that you really, truly, willing to just do everything for. And I just feel so lucky that I found something like that. And at the same time, everything else aligned. Meeting with Gavin, him opening the gym. Like, I feel like so lucky that so many things align together that now I have something that, like, gets me excited and makes me willing to, like, just, put up with anything so I can keep doing it. So, which I feel like a lot of people, not too many people can say the same. So I'm just super grateful for that. So I feel like eight's a pretty solid number.
Yeah. Very acceptable number. It's a very acceptable. I am going to cut out that part where you said if you said 10, you're on drugs, and then I'm going to play it for every guest when they say they're at 10.
All right. I don't know about that. You got some scary guests, so I'm not sure how that's going to go. But
yeah. We'll see how it goes. But Abdel, I want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast. And during fight week, it's always a real honor when people do take the time to do that. So thank you so much. It was a pleasure to meet you personally like this. Of course, I've seen you a few times. I'll see you again soon. I'll see you at the weigh-ins on Friday, and then I'll see you at the event on Saturday night. Good luck to you. All the best to you. I hope that you have a fantastic showing. I will do my best to commentate you well. And if there's anything that that we can ever do for you here at the Fight Insight Podcast, please let us know. Bam Bam. Can you please send him some of your goat milk for the beer?
He's got a good beer coming in, man. And I know just go out there, have some fun, and I'm sure you trained hard, you're well prepared. I'll be rooting for you, excited for you, and definitely be tuning in.
Appreciate it. And yeah, thanks a lot for having me. I really appreciate you making the time, and it was really nice meeting you, Barberena. Hopefully we can meet in person sometime.
Yes, absolutely. That'd be awesome. I'd love that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Maybe get some training in.
This son of a gun, he just said your last name correctly too. That annoys the hell out of me.
Did you not get it right at first?
I always say Barberena, but it's Barberena, right? That's what you said? Yeah.
I think so. I'll say I did. I'm not sure. Let's go with that.
Exactly. Anyways.
I'll take credit.
Of course. Abdel, thank you so much, man. I really enjoyed having you on. I will see you guys. Go to fightleagueatlantic.com to get your tickets and or purchase the pay-per-view. Do it. Support local. Support great athletes like this. And Abdel and BamBam, if you guys ever train together, that'd be freaking cool as hell. I would love to see that one day too.
Absolutely.
For sure. Thanks.
All right, so Abdel.
Take care.
Have a good one, my
friend. Take care. See you soon.
Bye-bye. Boom. The man.
So
Abdel Abdelaziz. He's a good
dude.
Man. Yeah, he's a really good dude. His walkout is scary as hell. The music is so haunting.
Wait. You remember what the name he said? Because I got to look it up. I forgot.
No. Rewind. I know. I heard it before, but it's not like a name that you know or anything like that.
Yeah,
but it's just like a like it's like a haunting.
Okay. So like a pirate rowing.
Sure, but go towards more an Egyptian mummy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yes. But
I can't believe I can't remember the name of it now. I'm gonna have to
it's tough. Well, we should have written it down. What I did write down is all our picks for UFC 300. So I will make a graphic of yours and my picks, and then we can follow along on the event. I'll try to get that done. Aside from that, my friend, it was great to see you, man. It was good to see you. Suck it, Matt Padilla. You're down again. Another. Gonna show up. You know what I will say? Bam. Matt Padilla put the Fight in Sight logo on his competition shorts for BJJ, which is very cool. I appreciate him. He's been a supporter of the podcast forever.
That probably helped him some points for sure.
Yeah.
What a good dude.
Yeah. And then
I'll bump you up an episode.
Yeah. And then a former guest of the podcast, two-time guest, Khalil Pearson. Khalil the Real Pearson. He fights at Up Next Fighting, where Rain commentates or announces. He just showed me his next fight shorts for, I think it's in a couple weeks. Fight in Sight logo is on his shorts as well. So that's really cool, man. I really appreciate when these people are doing that. We try to support people as much as we can, and we love all the fighters and love what they do, man. So come out, check out Fight League Atlantic, please, guys. Please do. We know you're going to stream UFC. Like, I don't know one person, Bam. Like, I mean, you're a UFC fighter. I don't know one person that actually fights.
They need to stream these fights because it's these guys that are going to be there someday. So they need the help right now.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Like, support them. Go on their Instagram. Go find them. I'll put Abdel's Instagram handle in the show notes here, of course. So you can find them. But follow him, support him. Do whatever you can to cheer these dudes on because, man, their whole life is this. Their whole life, they're striving for this one goal, Yeah. Not everyone wants to be a Bam Bam. That's what it is. That's what it is. So, yeah. Buddy, I'm so excited that you came on. Thank you so much for saving the day. And
anytime.
Good chat with you as always. Is there anything that you want to say to fans, viewers, and listeners as well?
No, just always appreciate the support. It's great to be on here. Thanks for always having me on and asking me to even be part of it. But thank you to everybody for the support who supports me, the followers, the fans, everybody. Thank you guys, and excited to be on here. And make sure you follow Fight and Sight Podcast. Listen all the time.
Yeah, twice on Sundays.
Especially when Bam Bam's on. 3 times when Bam Bam's on.
Yeah. 2 times normally, 3 times when Bam Bam's on.
Yeah.
And of course, if you're in the X area, you can pick up Ridge Rum, which is your rum. Where can we buy this rum, Bam Bam?
North Carolina. In North Carolina.
Yep.
The United States. North Carolina, the United States. And could pick up Ridge Rum. My rum. It's a beautiful, tasty, delicious rum. Not your average rum. We're doing something a little bit different with this. It's not everyone thinks a rum of like mixing up tropical, like that.
Yeah.
This is great to have just neat or on the rocks, sipping it. So a little bit different take. It's fantastic.
Very nice.
If
Very nice.
If you're ever in North Carolina, check it out.
Yeah, go get it. Ridge Rum. Go follow Bam Bam. You find it. Of course, he's got his Instagram. It's all over his Instagram and on their own Instagram page at Ridge Rum, I believe.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Yep. Go check that out. When I get out, I told my wife we've got to get out to North Carolina, if nothing else, but to be able to get Ridge Rum. So I want to go do that as soon as I can. Aside from that, guys, we're out of here, man.
I got one thing more to say.
Okay.
Everybody needs to fill Timmy B's messages up with he needs to grow out the stash. We need to see it. See it.
It's not going to look much more than this, dude.
He needs to grow it out until this month next year.
So this time next year, I'll be doing the podcast. My wife will have left me. My job will have fired me because I go, what the hell's wrong with this homeless looking dude? It's going to look so terrible. My life will be a shambles, and it's all thanks to you. So great. Good plan, Bam Bam. All right, guys, we're out of here. If you're listening on audio, that ends this podcast. If you're watching us, we're going to start putting up a couple of videos here that you can see. We'll put up a couple of our favorite episodes, and that's it, buddy. So I'll see you again soon. You're always welcome back to the podcast. And next week, Heather, the Heat Party. So excited, dude. So excited to see her and meet her. I've been a fan forever. So, guys, have a good one. Bam Bam. See you later, my friend.
See ya.